This is a place.
This is the place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Thank you for listening to This is a Place podcast. My name is Brandon,
I'm Nate.
and we want to wish everyone, whether naughty or nice, happy Santa's List Day.
Santa's List Day. It's a big list.
It
And only
is.
he can, number one, get through it once, but he doesn't get through it once, he gets through it twice. It's pretty incredible.
It's a lot of work. Sometimes we focus on everything he does Christmas Eve. But let's talk about the prep and the planning, just going through that list. Like you said, not once, but twice. Figure out who's truly naughty and who's truly nice.
Have you seen, maybe it's because I watched one of the videos. When you watch one video on Facebook, whatever, it gives you more, right? But there's a guy at the Disneyland parade. Have you seen those yet?
Mm-mm.
That's walking around with Santa's naughty list.
Oh,
So he'll walk up in the crowd during the parade and say, like, what's your name? And you're like, Brandon. And he acts like he has a big, big pencil. And he gets his little board and he looks through and he acts like he's looking for your name. And then when he finds it, he's like, Brandon, you're naughty. And
oh
then
no.
makes fun of you for being naughty and says you have time to fix things. It's
There's
kind
still
of
time.
funny. Just doing a little crowd work is all he's doing.
Is he a Disney worker?
But yeah, yeah, he's in the parade, it looks like to me.
Okay, that's fun.
So everyone keeps posting, but it's like the thing right now to have him come up to you and say you're naughty. And he says different things, but like I said, just guy doing crowd work.
The good thing is, number one, there's always room on the nice list. Learn that from Elf. And number
Hmm.
two, there's still always time to get back on the nice list, even if it's last minute.
Well, if you need to, you wait till Christmas Eve because it counts for like double or something, according
Do
to
all
the
your good
pigeon
deeds
lady.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, right? Isn't that what the pigeon lady says in Home Alone 2? That because Kevin thinks he's
Oh
been too bad.
yeah, you're right.
And she says, well, your good deeds count as like double on Christmas Eve or something like that. So, so we don't have to start being good till Christmas Eve, but
But
you do run
make
the risk. You
sure
do run the risk that he might have already left the North Pole by the time.
it's true. One way to definitely make sure you're on the nice list is make sure when you're writing a letter, it goes to Santa and not
Hmm.
someone else. Did you finish
Right.
that movie?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Referencing the
Somebody
Jack
made me
Black
go to a
movie.
hockey game instead.
I hope you're on the nice list. All you listeners and you, Nate. Hope you end up on the nice list. So
Here's to
everybody
hoping.
everybody be good. I wonder if it's so dig into it a little deeper. Why is this day Santa's list day? Okay.
Because I think
It's
he
the
has
day
to
when
make
he
the
puts
final
together his
preparation.
list, actually.
Oh, okay. So this is like, what would you say?
This is like the
Either
the pro
midterm
forma.
or
Yeah, there you go.
is this like the
This
midterm and
it's
then
like
the
a rough
finals are on
draft.
Christmas Eve? So he knows who to start preparing for.
Yeah. So he probably looks at it and says, "There's some people they're gonna stay on this naughty list, and some people might stay on the nice list." But it's probably a good measure of where you're at. Get your report card, as you said, your midterm to let you know how close
We
you are.
did see, we saw Red One over the weekend,
Uh-huh.
my wife and I, and apparently there's different levels to the naughty list. So how
Oh,
bad you are is what level you are on. So I didn't know that.
that's scary. That actually makes sense. Thinking back to some Christmases I've had. I thought it was just yay or nay. I've never got coal. Have you ever got coal?
No,
I got cold candy
I do think
once.
I think my little brother was trying to be funny with Santa Claus and said he wanted underwear once, and so that's what he got was underwear for
That's all I got.
Christmas. I think he got some more stuff too, but that was like the main. Anyways, it was a joke by Santa Claus, I
You
guess.
don't mess with that stuff.
No,
You don't joke about Christmas. But that's just my opinion. But I guess we should officially say Christmas is here on the podcast. We've got a couple Christmas themed episodes lined up, starting with today, because it's that time of year. And I know you're super excited to talk about this one of your favorite events every year.
interesting fact is you talked about this last night, and then I get home, and like a half hour later, I got an email from this place
Oh, really?
talking about the rules of going.
The rules.
Hmm.
Their rules?
Your guide. They gave me a guide. Did you get that?
I don't think I did. So you got an email from This is the Place Heritage Park,
Your guide to how to even say it?
Christkindlmarkt.
Christkindlmarkt. Christkindlmarkt.
Christkindlmarkt.
It
It's
was inspired
German.
by a world famous German Christmas markets. It offers a unique holiday shopping and cultural experience this season. Tantalizing food and festive holiday entertainment await as you stroll through wooden vendor booths nestled amid the magical backdrop of This is the Place Heritage Park. Use this as your guide with tips, tricks, and information to enjoy the magical experience. Then it goes on to say what you need to do. You need to number one, plan ahead. Gives you a whole thing on that. Respect the neighbors. I'm thinking they're talking about parking because it's probably pretty crowded. Attend the parade. We're just talking about the parade. They have a parade up there? I guess you'll talk about that in a minute. And then celebrate service. Is that it? Oh, and then step five, share your experience. And that's what we're doing today, is going to share Brandon's experience of going to the Crystal, what is it called? Chris Kindle Market. I keep thinking of Kindle.
Christkindlmarkt.
I keep thinking of Amazon, like an Amazon Kindle. Chris Kindle Market. So, what? Oh, dress accordingly as well. What does that mean? Do you
I
have to
mean, it
dress
might
up
be
like a
cold.
German? Okay.
Or dress in your most fancy German wooden shoes. No, that's Dutch. Um, dress warm because yeah, it's that
Ooh.
cold time of year.
They are gonna this year have a free designated parking area with a free shuttle service. That's good.
That's way nice actually because parking is not the best at this, which is one of my complaints.
So this thing is
Before I get into it,
pretty
let's.
intense.
It's intense. Okay, you say it's intense. What other thoughts do you have on it? What are your thoughts on does this sound like something you'd enjoy? Does it sound what what are your feelings?
My feelings are I want to attend the parade. Have you been to the parade portion?
I have not.
Okay.
You're a big parade guy, huh?
No, I'm not.
Then why do you want to attend the parade?
Because it's unique.
Yeah.
Because their participants are made up of children who have volunteered and done good service in their community.
Yeah,
Oh, is that all it is? Is just kids walking through because they've been nominated for good services?
I guess so.
Says these can include services like shoveling a neighbor's sidewalk, helping someone carry their bags, raking leaves in your neighborhood, organizing a food drive, and so much more. Can't make the lantern parade? No problem. Visitors can also enjoy the Utah dancers, choirs, activities, and children, and much, much more.
So you've obviously done your homework. You know all about the Christkindlmarkt and what you're going to find there. Let's give it just a little history. You talked about it. Christkindlmarkt as you mentioned, unites cherished German and European tradition with international flair and local charm. Inspired by the 16th century Christkindlesmarkt in Nuremberg, Germany, one of the first outdoor markets of its kind. The Christkindlmarkt is well known for its vendors' high quality gifts and food, holiday cheer, and for being the ideal place for families to make unique memories. So this is talking about the OG Christkindlmarkt, maybe. Oh, this one's in Chicago. So they've got them all over the country. I've seen them in Chicago, Pennsylvania, but it's basically based on the premise of these markets that started in Germany, right?
Mhm.
What is it for us? What is it for us here in Utah? It is a time for people to dress up in some unique outfits, sometimes Krampus outfits. I've seen many Krampus outfits there, and traditional German fare, and German people come out. But above all else, it's just a Christmas farmer's market.
Okay. I got one important question to ask.
What's that?
Do you buy tickets to this? Is this free?
It's free.
Oh,
This is a
so
free
that's
event.
why it's so crowded.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Not gonna lie. It is extremely crowded. Last year, okay, so the first year we went on a Saturday. Okay.
Probably the worst day too, right?
Saturday. Terrible day to go to this thing because everybody's there on Saturday. You made the comment about being nice to your neighbors. That also applies to all the million of people you're going to be scrunched up next to as you're trying to walk through this thing. Because the first year it really was. So it's set up like there's shops on each side of the street, basically in the park. It just kind of goes up the main road, and this is the place.
Okay.
And so you're gonna have people shuffling on both sides, going through all these different vendors, people selling homemade stuff, toys, crafts, all sorts of Christmas related items. But I don't know. There's a full list of vendors.
Question number two. Is this just a week-long thing?
It's just a couple days, yeah.
Okay. And it looks like it starts
Tomorrow,
today.
today, starts
Today.
today. Today, as you're listening to this, it is the first day.
And the market vendors open up at 11 a.m. and it goes till 8 p.m. So it's like an all-day thing. This
That
is
is,
interesting. And then
it's
they
pretty
have like
cool.
a main stage, and like every hour they have somebody new up there doing something. They
Hmm.
have a petting zoo.
They do have a petting zoo.
So there's so many activities.
There are so many activities for you to do here.
Storytelling, a bagpiper in the marketplace.
Of all the
Meet Saint Nicholas.
entertainment,
There's going to be a Saint Nicholas there.
yeah, all the things.
All the things.
I found there's a list of 114 vendors in total.
Wow.
So there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of things you can buy. And it's the thing that drew my wife to initially. There was a Facebook person, Instagram person, or whatever she follows. It's a local farm, or it was a local farm that did a lot of stuff with bees. So like they had candles made of beeswax and honey you could buy and whipped honey, all this stuff related to honey and bees. So that was what she really wanted to go and find the first time. And then of course there's There's more you find along the way. Someone like me, I'm not particularly drawn to all the crafts. I mean, it's cool, but I'm not the one that's gonna go out and buy.
You don't go boutique shopping on the
I don't
weekends, is
go
what you're
boutique
saying.
shopping. Mm-mm. And there's really everything you could think of, they have there. So much stuff. You could spend easily you could spend a good chunk of change here without too much trouble. But what draws someone like me and why I continue to say, all right, I'll go is any guess what draws someone like me to this?
The donuts.
I don't know if
I
I've
don't
had
know.
donuts here,
I don't know
but it
either.
is the food. It is the food for sure.
Okay, food.
So what's great is you're getting your choice of German fare. I mean, they have other food vendors that are not German related, but if you're going to a German festival, why not get some brats or something at the very least, you know?
Mm,
And they've got plenty
good
of
point.
those. There's a bunch of them that will sell uh the meats, the German meats that you'd hope to find. Schnitzel, all those kinds of things. I don't test me on my German food knowledge. But the food is
Yeah.
all good. It's all good stuff. But if you don't go here for one thing and one thing only, let me introduce you to something amazing. If you've never tried it before, Nate. And this isn't German. Even the name itself is not German. I'm gonna send you a picture of my absolute favorite thing here.
Oh, is that like a cinnamon thingy?
Expound on that.
It's a dessert, right?
It's a dessert, yes.
Kind of like a cone.
This is a
I don't
chimney
know what they call
cake.
it. Chimney cake.
That's what it's called. So
Okay. Okay.
they've made their way to Utah. Outside of this, they've got that chimney cake ice cream shop. You ever been there before? I think it's called Tasty. What is it called? Not
Mm-mm.
Tasty Cakes.
Not that I recall.
You've got an ice cream shop that does them. So you got it on a small scale, but this one is so cool because you just go and they've got these, I don't know, they put them on kind of skewered looking things and they wrap them up and you can get all sorts of flavors, but you can just go with the cinnamon and you'll be set. But these things are so good. The line is so long and it is worth all of it to me. I don't know if we're going to make it to Christkindlmarkt this year. That remains to be seen. But even if we don't go and walk around and visit, I want to find a way to get there and at least get one of these bad boys. They're not cheap. I'm not gonna make you think that it's a bargain. You're definitely paying
Okay.
through the nose. But they put it in a big bag for you. I mean, it could last you a bit, but they are just fresh and delicious and hot and I don't think they're not German, but they've just been here every year, and so people fall in love with them. The company that does them is called Transylvania Treats. So the past, when you've gone here, you kind of go through, I think, a couple buildings as you walk up, and they're kind of in the middle in a pavilion area where they put out most of the food vendors. So that's where you go to find them. But yeah, if you're thinking of going, do not skip on the Transylvania treats. The chimney cakes are where it's at. So we need to find a
Awesome.
way to make them because if we don't, if we find a way, then I don't even need to go to this thing anymore and spend all our money on all these homemade crafts. We can just
It's the
make them.
time you spend in line. You could use that time to make your own. And
Exactly.
it's number one, save money, which is always good. And two, have more than one.
Have them whenever you want. I just got a Traeger. I gotta find a way to make these on my Traeger, maybe.
Put them in the Traeger like you would the oven. Boom.
Well, you don't really put them in the oven though.
You don't think so? Did they
No,
deep fry them?
they kind of they don't they just put them over like
Fire?
fire. Yeah.
Isn't that what a Traeger is?
Oh, it's a Hungarian
Fire.
dessert is what it is. I don't know if there's a way to make them over a Traeger. I found a recipe for them.
I feel like you could put them in the oven. If you can put them in the oven, you can put them in a Traeger. Same thing.
I don't know. It kind of goes with what I said in our last episode. We talked about deals and going to the mall like in the olden days of Black Friday shopping. I'd love to go to the mall, deal with the crowds, not to buy anything, but just for the feeling of the hustle and bustle, that Christmassy feeling, that commercial Christmas feeling. And this one's a little more homey. It's a little more warm and welcoming because you're most of the time supporting a local business. So that's great. It's not just
Yeah.
buying overly mass produced
Price
garbage, but these people have
goods
actually,
from China.
yeah. So my wife is big into nativities. So we've bought some nativities from this that were homemade, made by someone locally. She bought one that someone made. They remove everything from the eggs except for the eggshell, and then they make the eggshell into designs or whatever. So they made a
Oh
full
yeah.
set of the nativity with eggshells, which was pretty cool. What else have we bought here? I mean, aside from the food vendors, they've got like gourmet candy that they sell, and I've seen those cotton candies. I think it's a local company that does the cotton candy. Lollipuff, Lollipuff, yeah, Lollipuff gourmet cotton candy. So they make designs and stuff with the cotton candy, which is kind of cool. But if you're somebody that makes stuff, I mean, this is a great way to market it and get some sales, because I don't know how much it would cost to be a vendor at this thing. I bet it's not cheap. Let's just
Well, can't be like super expensive. If not, they wouldn't have that many vendors. But then again,
but so many
maybe
people.
you would be willing to pay the price because you know of the crowds that are going to be there.
This is probably this year's prices, but take a guess what a booth fee is.
Oh, you found it?
I did.
I would. Oh man, do you have it for the whole week though? Or is it can you
Yeah,
do it by day?
I think
The whole
so.
week? If I'm
Hold
saying it's the
on.
whole week, it's going to be around $1,000 for the booth starting point, right?
It's it's not that bad actually. To be honest, it's not that bad. What did you guess? 1,000?
1,000 for the week.
Mm-mm. Actually, that's a good point. It doesn't say. I bet this is for the whole week. It doesn't show you just doing one day. You're a vendor and you're a vendor the whole week. From the 4th to the 7th, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. You got to have someone there manning your booth, right? It says
Mhm.
they've got 10 by 10 wooden booth, 8 by 6 wooden booth, 10 by 10 red and white striped canopy with wooden platform floor or your own canopy. Now it says vendor fees, booth fees plus. Okay, this is where they make their money. Is you got the booth fees plus a percentage of net sales plus electrical package. So it's
Oh,
not just,
crazy. So it's like a mall.
yeah, it's not just set up your booth, pay your fee, and walk out. They're going to take a cut of your sales, a percentage of your net sales.
Mm.
So the booth fee alone is not that bad. $150 is the minimum.
Oh, for the week?
I think so. Don't quote me on this, but I think that's it. It says that here's the application checklist. Complete application by May 17th. So you have to be prepared for this. It's not just November and hey, I want to go to the Christkindlmarkt.
Really cool.
You
Yeah.
got to be prepared by May. You pay 150 booth fee and electrical package fee if you decide. Electric package fee is there's a free package where you you can plug in Christmas lights. Intermediate package is 250 that gives you if you have three or fewer appliances, it'll cover 4,500 watts of power. And the Supreme package will accommodate vendors with four or more appliances and will cover 9,000 watts of power. So you pay that if you pick a fee and then 3 to 5 photographs of what you're selling. So honestly, that's not that bad. If you want to get your thing off the ground, this is a great way to do it. This would be a good place to start because you're marketing it to so many people. Everybody's going to walk by your booth. Thousands and thousands of people are going to walk by. That's it's not bad. What should we make? What should we put in the Christkindlmarkt next year?
We will have this is a place, t-shirts,
Merchandise.
hats, merchandise,
We're going to have a
swag.
booth just for a specific niche podcast swag. I love it.
Or you're going to figure out what we can make with your Traeger.
There you go.
Does a Traeger have to be plugged in?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's an option. It says the basic package is free if you just really need like one outlet to plug in your Christmas lights. Could that be just your Traeger? Plugging your
I
Traeger
think
that's
it
covered
takes
in
a little
Christmas
more
lights.
wattage than Christmas lights.
Dang it.
So probably wouldn't get away with that. So we're looking at, we're gonna be selling these this is a place shirts and mugs and hats and gloves and baby outfits.
Ooh.
It's gonna cost
I have one more
us
question.
$400. That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
If we get that whole week, yeah, it's really not like $100 a day, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? So yeah, 4 days.
that
Here's
isn't
my
that bad.
question, since you work for the company and you know all the answers. How do they know how much you sold? Do they provide like a iPad or some sort of paying service so that I mean, so that's how the concept of the mall came about, right? Is the mall, the people would build a mall and then they would entice anchors stores to come in and the inline stores, the filler stores, they all pay their rent, but they have to pay a percentage of their sales to the mall. And so the mall would provide the registers or the system pay so that they could keep track. So they are they going to do this too? Do they give you like an iPad that you pay on, or is it you have to be honest, or else the ghost of Brigham Young's going to come after you?
I don't know. I they've got to have a more sophisticated way than just an honor system. I
Right.
I feel everybody that's there has some sort of a tablet system set up. I don't even
Yeah,
know if you
that's why
can
I
pay
wanted to
with
make.
cash here. Maybe you can't. Maybe it's all. I haven't
Well,
seen
I think
anything that says
I
it's
can see that too,
cashless.
right? I can see that too, is that vendors might be like, hey, I'll give you a discount if you, I guess that'd be kind of a pain in the butt because you're only saving 10% or 15%. But if you pay with cash, then I'll won't
Give
charge
you
you
a
tax
deal.
or something like that.
Yeah, I
You've
don't
had people
know.
say that you've had vendors say that to you before, right? Not just like at a festival, but like when you go to a mom and pop shop and they're like, "Will you pay me cash? Then I'll give you a better deal."
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious. Maybe we'd have to ask somebody that's been a part of this before. I mean, obviously, I was hoping there'd be something in here. You do pay more if you're a food vendor. So it's 10% of net sales for product booths and 15% net sales for food booths.
Which makes sense. I would guess, well, number one, the markup's usually higher on food, right?
Mm-hmm.
But two, the food booths probably do the most sales. So I don't think a lot of people are going there going, "Hey, let's go Christmas shopping." But everybody
Maybe.
eats
I
like
don't know.
every day.
That's why
Every day
my
except for
wife
people like
goes.
you.
She
Okay.
goes for the Christmas stuff. We're not
Fair
stepping
enough.
out of
But
there without
you just proved a
spending.
point that you go there for the food. So
I do.
I think a lot of, and
But am I going to go there just for the food and not walk around? I would.
right.
But many people, I'm sure, are not, are thinking, oh, I'm just going to go get the food there and then leave.
Okay. So you go there with $20 in your pocket. Are you buying something? You buying food, Brandon? That's the
I'm buying
question.
food.
There you go. So I think that's what a
But
lot of people would do.
my argument is I don't know if I make it here unless there's more of an incentive than just food.
Oh, sure. Sure, sure. My whole point is I bet you the food sales outgain the other sales. Because, I mean, especially if you're going with your family, your kids are like, oh, I want hot chocolate. I want
Oh,
candy. I
Stroop
want
waffles too. They got a bunch of Stroop waffles.
stroopwafels. So the kids are going to want food over a nativity
Mm-hmm.
or a necklace or whatever it may be, or a blanket. So
Fair.
the food sales definitely probably win the category of most sales.
And there's less. Like there's tons and tons of booths, but there's I can only
Less
think
food
of
ones.
two food spots. There's one where those Transylvania treats are kind of near the middle, more beginning, and then on the complete opposite side, over by like the very edge of this is the place where they've got that CCMI building and stuff. That's where they have
Uh-huh.
the food other food vendors. I think
Okay. Are
it
they
seems
like
like
into
at the
like
beginning they have more your traditional European German vendors, and then out further out, if you want to go and venture off, you gotta like food trucks and stuff. They've got those higher up, so almost
so
like they put an emphasis on try the authentic stuff, and if you really want something else, we've got that in the back.
so these booths, are they like when you go to like the Mountain America, what is it called? Is it Mountain America now or is it something else? America First bought
Mountain
it?
America Event Center or whatever.
Yeah, but is it America First now? Anyways,
I
when
don't
you go to
know.
when you go to either the Salt Palace or anything like that, like it's
A
basically just a table.
convention or
A
something.
convention. You get a table, right? A spot on the floor and you get a table. Are these like tables that they're setting up for vendors, or they have like, because
They're
what they are they
booths.
like full on booths? Like they're
They're
covered, right? Because
they're
if it's
like little
snowing or
covered
raining,
trailer thingies. Not trailers. They're like little covered booths. Like
like
they're
fort looking things.
mhm. Yeah, if you look on, can you see this picture on the This is the Place website? Can you see the picture with the little girls in the blue?
Oh,
Almost like little house looking things. Got a pitched roof,
okay.
got the
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, those are pretty. They're like
They're
little,
sturdy.
like they're like tough sheds, but with convertible
So
kind
the
of not
main
open, open,
ones, those are people
not
that are
convertible.
probably
I mean, they
paying
have a
like
roof.
the premium fee, right? Because they're bigger. You can actually walk into them and they've got other products set up. Off to the so that's the middle, the main line of the festival or the not festival, the market, right?
Yeah.
That's the main road. Off to the side, they have people that have just tents set up, just tarps and stuff like that. Still, keeping you safe from elements if it's raining or snowing, right? But not as sturdy as these bad boys.
Right.
So I don't know. It's talking about it. I'm getting a little bit of FOMO, to be honest with you, because the last 2 years it has been a bit of a tradition for us. I don't know if my family's going to feel up to it. We were more prepared last year, but I don't know. It's just kind of fun. Just kind of puts you in the Christmas mood. And again, I'm not one that's looking to go buy stuff. It'd be in my best economic interest not to go to this thing because my wife is very she loves the unique handmade crafts and stuff like that. So we're gonna spend some money, and that's okay. I expect that, but if I don't go, I save all that money, but I don't get some of the good food too.
Well, like I said, I didn't know it was a free event.
Does that entice
So
you
you
more?
could, it's more appealing to want to go because it's going to something like that and you spend money on tickets getting into your family, and then you got to buy food. And then, like you just mentioned, sometimes you're miserable because it's just cold. You're like, man, we just spent like $150 to be miserable for 2 hours.
Right.
But you got to see something cool, I guess. But I guess if you're going to go over there and you aren't going to spend any money on food, you could save your money and go across the street to the zoo lights so you can get a twofer because
Mm-hmm.
they're right next to each other. We did that last year, right? We went to the zoo lights.
Right. Yeah, I think the big draw for people is definitely the booths. That's the main reason you're going here. It's a market. That's the draw. But they also have, I mean, just going to the this is the place website, looks the as though our buddy Dieter, of course he's going to make an appearance here because he's German. I don't know how long this was, but there's a picture of him and looks like the Candy Bomber, maybe. They were there for some kind of light parade they have there. They've got a live nativity experience tonight at 6 p.m. if you want to go check that out with Roman soldiers, villagers, camels, angels, wise men, all creating the first Christmas. You mentioned the parade, which is on Thursday, tomorrow at 6 p.m. And I think that I'm not a big parade guy, but this one would probably be pretty cool. It'd be pretty unique to see the St. Martin's Lantern Parade, right? They've got a St. Nicholas Parade on Friday at 6. So it sounds like if you're going, 6 o'clock is the time to be there for the special
The main
parades,
event.
the main event of whatever that night may be.
So I would guess, and I don't know, I would guess from like the morning till about 5 o'clock, it can't be too, especially during the weekday, can't be too crazy. But you're right. I think around 5 o'clock it probably gets pretty nutty.
Right. And so we went Saturday the first year, Saturday morning, still, incredibly packed.
Well,
We
sure.
went
Saturday all day, I think it's gonna be packed.
all day. We went last year, probably on a Friday or Thursday afternoon, but it was still pretty packed. I mean, it definitely
Really?
wasn't as bad. Definitely was easier to walk and get things done, but I still had to wait probably half hour for my chimney cake. So,
Because you would think with most, number one, people working, people have jobs, and then kids being in school, it wouldn't be too crowded like on Wednesday, Thursday, and possibly even Friday till the early afternoon. It would be my guess. But I think, yeah, Saturday all day, it's got to be crazy. And then at night, on all nights, it's got to be insanely crazy.
yeah.
So that thought alone kind of deters me by not wanting to go. I'm not a crowd person. I don't like traffic. I don't like crowds. Unless if I'm at a sporting event, then I'm okay with it. But when
You
it's,
tolerate it.
yeah. But then I am like you though. I do like people watching. So like going to the mall when it's busy and stuff like that's kind of fun. But if I'm actually going there to shop, I don't like it as much. Or going to the store like last weekend with the Black Friday sales. And I only went to like two stores that weekend. And one of them was the Smith's Marketplace because I was looking for a dumb video game that
You
they
find
didn't
it?
have.
Oh,
No,
what game
and
are you
that
looking
reminds me,
for?
shoot, I should have, dang it, I might have missed the cell. Oh well. Anyways, uh, but even then, the Smith's Marketplace was just pretty crowded. I just don't like waiting in lines. I just don't like lines, Brandon.
I don't love lines. I like crowds. I don't like lines.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
I don't mind being with a crowd, feeling the I don't know, just the shared experience, I guess. I'll be in there, feeling the Christmas vibes. That's my thing. So I'll say this. It is not in the plan for us to go here, but if we make it, I won't be terribly, terribly upset about it because it's a good time. So don't know if that sways anybody listening, if they don't know about this, if they heard about it, they've been on the fence. Honestly, the I'm kind of sad I've never seen one of the parades before because they look pretty cool. So I can see pictures of the nativity one. You got a Roman soldier up on a horse. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool looking. And I mean, I know that this is the place does, I think they do live nativity all the time, most of the time while you're there, if you go to visit for the candlelight Christmas. But it seems like it's stepped up a bit for this market. So might be worth a visit. Check it out. If not for nothing else, some people watching, some good food, and just get yourself in the old Christmas spirit. Maybe you'll catch Nate there. Maybe he's convinced.
Not
You're not convinced.
maybe. I just don't know if I. This is a super busy week for me, so I don't think I'm gonna have time, even if I wanted to. I'd have to go by myself.
Maybe we make a trip. We make a special plan trip for next year, and we'll
There we
get
go.
Nate's fair assessment, his honest assessment of how it was. We'll catch one of the parades. Be there on a very busy night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do my act of service. I'm gonna go shovel somebody's walk so I can be in the parade.
There you go. So, okay, we talked earlier on Santa's list. You can do all the things to get prepared for even Christmas Eve. You can do good deeds and still make it on the list. If you want to make it in the parade, I think you have to be nice in advance. You can't just plan to be nice right before the
That's
parade.
why we need a whole year to repent and get better.
Start now if you want to make it in the parade.
And I just
And
got an email, Brandon. Lagoon's extending their Black Friday sale till this Friday, December 6th. You go, still got
there's
time
still time.
to get your Lagoon season passport.
I've gotten about 100 emails of people extending their Black Friday sales. Isn't that crazy?
I
Didn't expect
know,
that at
but it's
all.
always the ones that I forget that they don't extend it.
What deals did you get?
This year, I did get some Cafe Rio ones, which I don't know why, because I still have a whole bunch of points. I didn't do any Costa Vida because I still have way too much. Um, I did buy the movie pass, a
The
yearly
movie
pass.
pass?
Remember the movie pass?
Yeah.
I did buy that. So I'll have my Regal and that one so
Wow.
that like I can take my kids hopefully or one of my kids. Anyways, we'll see how it works. It's interesting. Um, what else did I get? I got my Lagoon passes, like I talked about. Trying to get you to get one so you can come join in the fun.
Oof. It's tempting.
What else did I get? I bought my phones. I got new phones coming in the mail. I bought a Hulu and Disney Plus subscription
Oh, okay.
with
Okay.
ads.
All
So
right.
like $3 a month. Cafe Rio. Yeah, that's it. I think that's all I really did. And I feel like, anyways, I'm I used to like prepare for Black Friday and I'd have like all the ads out, but my kids lately have not wanted stuff that's like mainstream. It's always like retro video games. So the last couple years, I haven't really gotten into the Black Friday stuff. I just do the gift cards and stuff or
Hmm.
Lagoon passes every year and gift cards and stuff that I will use throughout the year to save some money.
Nice. Very nice. I got Traeger, as mentioned. I got a new watch. Got some Cafe Rio gift cards as well. Because I've been a Costa Vida guy the last couple of years. But Cafe Rio has a pretty nice Taco Tuesday deal.
Oh, 100%.
And you can you get some of the vegetables in there, some of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
add-ons.
it tastes
It
like a
is
fajita if you get the fajitas,
yeah.
grilled
Yeah,
vegetables.
it is a good deal. For me and my
Yeah,
wife, the two of us, if we get one of those, it's like $15.
100%. Well, you can go get like three tacos and a drink and it's like $10.
Yeah.
And you're just like, it's hard to eat those three. They're big tacos. So yeah, we've done that quite a bit the last couple months.
Yeah, I moved on. I mean, I still like Costa Vida, but
Maybe
I've
I'll go do that.
moved to the Cafe Rio gift cards this year.
Yeah, me too. That's why I ended up getting Cafe Rio. I was like, no, we'll use it, especially if they keep doing the Taco Tuesdays. But I haven't been to Costa Vida for a minute. Like I said, I have a lot of points, but might be expiring. That's what's frustrating me. I've had like a few like rewards from other apps and stuff, just all of a sudden expire. I'm like, no warning. I didn't know they did expire. So I'm like, well, that stinks.
I
R&R being one of them.
This is a bit of a copycat. No, I wouldn't say it's copying because you've talked about deals ever since we started the podcast. Deals and coupons and points, all the things. Podcast I listened to recently did a special episode where they talked about all those things, all their credit card rewards, all their apps they use for deals, completely unrelated to the actual topic of the episode. I'm curious if people would like Nate to do something like that. Go through Nate's deals, his rewards. Mine too. I mean, I do it. I'm not to the level of Nate, but I'd be curious if people would listen to a full episode of you going through that.
Going, yeah, we've mentioned a few deals throughout the years that I
Oh yeah.
do, and I've had people come up to me go like, "Oh, I had no idea you could do this or that," or
So people are listening.
um, because I was just talking about my wife about having like a budget for church activities,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, "Ooh, I can almost when you give me a budget, I can almost double it
You
because
can
I'll figure out a way to stretch
you can
that
stretch
dollar."
it.
So, so yeah, yeah, I think maybe we should have just one episode every quarter where I give away my secrets, what I'm doing, even though
We
I seem
haven't
to be
done
kind of,
a one of your guess what Nate paid. We haven't done one of those for a while either.
ooh, oh my gosh. Yeah, we had one the other night for McDonald's. Yeah, it
So
was
maybe we
another
need to
good
bring that
one.
back. Bring back the deals, bring back the competition, see who can guess most close to what Nate actually spent on his meal.
That's right. I mean, yeah, we should bring back that can be our goal for 2025
Yes.
to do that quarterly or bi-monthly or bi-weekly, however you want to do it.
So
Can
here's
you
your
believe we're
homework,
almost at the end of the
listeners.
year? We're at the end of the year.
We are almost there. We are almost there. So listen up. This is your homework. Let us know if you want to hear Nate's deals and points. But first and foremost, tell us about Christkindlmarkt. If you're going, if you've gone, or after you go, let us know what you thought of it, how you liked it. That's your homework, everybody. Until then, thank you for listening to This is a Place podcast.
And this was the place that we just talked about.